Coming to you from San Francisco, California this week, and IDF, the Intel Developer Forum. It's all about all kinds of cool things here at IDF, including a lot of buzz about our next topic. It's wireless syncing, wireless charging, sort of something we've all dreamt about and had maybe a little bit of taste of. Well, we're going to be able to talk more about that. Here in one of the many Intel exhibits, Keith Gilbreth is with us. Welcome into tomorrow, Keith, and thanks for spending a couple of minutes with us on the show.
Well, thank you, Dave.
And tell us about, first of all, wireless syncing, I guess, right? Wireless docking.
Wireless docking, yes. So let's talk about that. So let's look at how we have things today. Maybe you have something like this on your desk where you have a dock that you have to wiggle your laptop into, or maybe you have a port replicator that you have to connect via USB. You have to unplug cables to leave the room, go to a meeting, do that kind of thing. So wireless docking solves all of that for you, makes you more mobile, makes you more productive when you get back to your office without having all of that hassle.
And that's very handy. So how does it function then? What kind of technology are we using to do this wirelessly?
So this is based on wireless gigabit, WiGig technology. So
it sounds like it means wireless gigabit. I mean,
WiGig,
you know. It's like how many, we try to test our audience. What does Wi-Fi mean? And people go, I can't mean that. That doesn't make any sense. Well, that's what it means.
It's wireless gigabit, so it's another standard in wireless. It's 802.11ad. So the frequency is 60 gigahertz, so it's got a very large bandwidth with a shorter distance, which makes it perfect for like an office environment and that kind of thing.
So is it relatable to Bluetooth in terms of distance, or not quite that far even?
Well, we'll see a demo here in a minute, and well take a look and see how it goes.
All right. We'll see if you can disappear more than 30 feet, right?
Yeah, well, yeah, I would hope it disappears before that, sure.
Okay. So then the basic concept here is that we're working on a document or a spreadsheet or anything, really, that we are docking with our main computer, our desktop, for example.
Certainly.
And it's time to grab the laptop and go to that meeting.
Right. So we'll take a look at that. So here I have the setup. We have a wireless dock here. Again, this is based on 802.11ad or WiGig standard. We have our client. Our client has a radio in it that is Bluetooth, Wi-Fi, and also WiGig. So WiGig is the frequency we're using to talk between the laptop and the dock itself. So this is our dock end of the solution. It has USB in it. It's got some LAN, USB LAN, USB audio, and it's got a couple of display. It's got DisplayPort and HDMI. This is a reference design, so the manufacturers will actually make their own in their own form factor with whatever they choose to put on it. So busy doing your work in your office, all of a sudden it's time to go to a meeting, right? So I pick up my laptop and I just walk out of my room.
Okay, so now Keith is walking away, and you see it goes out on the main monitor. And now Keith had a very brief meeting, and he's coming back, and at this point coming back to redock wirelessly his laptop.
I walk into my office and I set it down, and it instantly connects, and you're instantly productive again with your desktop peripherals and your monitors and all of that.
And all we're waiting for, of course, is the monitor to wake back up because it has that instant off feature with with no power.
This one's a little slow.
And there we go. We've got now whatever it is you're working on, a spreadsheet or something, is back because now changes that may have been made, and it's docked and on the main computer.
And we're good to go. So I also have a USB flash drive back here. I've got some video on it, right, and we can take a look at something like that. So here we have it. It's wirelessly coming here through WiGig to the laptop being displayed. And because I've duplicated my monitor there, we're coming back through and back out to the monitor itself.
And I'm assuming then if you pick up the laptop and walk away, then it goes off of the laptop now, right?
Correct.
Brilliant deduction. That's why I get the big bucks, right? I figured that out on my own. Now the next logical step then is, of course, wireless charging, and that's something that seems to be the bane of existence for a lot of us with a lot of devices, and you can share with us what's up with wireless charging here in the booth.
Great, Dave. So, correct. As you mentioned, wireless docking solves the problems of all the wires with the exception of one. So the last one is wireless charging, and we cut the final cord, and then you have total mobility, and you have instant productivity when you return.
All right, so let's take a peek at the other end of this exhibit area. and talk to us about the wireless charging, because as you say, it's cutting that final cord, which is power.
Right. So imagine, if you will, a place where you could just set your Bluetooth, your phone, your laptop, that kind of thing, and they all just charge. You don't have to have a bunch of different adapters packed with you for everything. You just set it down and it's charging.
That's all we can do is imagine that.
Right, so that's the future, right? And that's where Intel is going. So here we have a table. It's got a pad underneath it that has a charging solution in it. Intel is a member of the A4WP, which is the Alliance for Wireless Power. So the standard that we have implemented is called Resonance, which is a standard implemented by the A4WP. We sit on the board, and there's over 100 members, and their goal is to enable wireless energy transfer to all kinds of devices.
And in this case, we're talking about a laptop on a small little table that could be any surface, I guess, right? A countertop, or your desktop, or literally your desk, not a desktop computer. Just your actual desk.
Or a table in a conference room could have a strip underneath it and that kind of thing. So here we have our laptop, and as you can see, the screen's kind of dim because it's not charging at the moment. I'll place the laptop on the surface, and I'll cover it over the actual charging area, and you can see that it lights up and it's actually charging at the time.
So how far are we away from this? Is it happening slightly into tomorrow, or are we still a ways away?
So Intel is committed to a full wireless solution with wireless charging and that kind of thing by the end of next year.
Nice. So this is within our reach, and very, very reasonable. And the same thing really with wireless docking. I mean, to some degree, that's happening now, right?
Yes, it is. I would expect wireless docking first, and then wireless charging will remove the final cord.
Excellent. And is this going to be something expensive initially, as in a lot of things with technology, or affordable for consumers and business alike?
I believe it'll be affordable. I don't know exact prices at this point. That's up to the manufacturers.
Sure, because you're working with various companies that are as well in the Resonance Alliance, no doubt, to utilize this technology and work with Intel to make these things happen.
Mm-hmm. So let's take a look at another feature here of the table. I have an LED pad here, and so we'll set this up here, and you can actually see where the charging surface is because it'll light up that area.
Well, that's very cool. And if you're listening on the radio, what's happening here is there's this big panel, like a 2.5 foot by 2.5 foot panel of LEDs, and as we're moving them around, Ignacio is taking stills and Hector is shooting video of all the different LEDs that are lighting up, so you can kind of see where that, if you will, power sweet spot is.
That's correct.
And when you remove that and you put the laptop back, then the laptop continues to charge and do its thing when you get it over that spot.
Over that spot, yeah. And of course, I have some spatial freedom here too. I don't have to exactly put it in a exact area, line it up like, just like wireless docking. I don't have to exactly have it in a certain spot, right? I can just be over that area and have it charge.
Terrific. Well, Keith, we appreciate you showing and telling us about wireless docking and wireless charging, and that it is, in fact, happening now as well as into tomorrow.
Oh, yeah, I'm very excited about it. Thank you very much, Dave.
As well, you should be. So, Intel.com for more information. Of course, we'll continue to talk about this on Into Tomorrow, and as things and products and services become available, we'll share those with you as well. Meantime, hit us up at intotomorrow.com for links to all of our guest sites, and if you're listening on the radio, video of all of the interviews here from IDF, the Intel Developer Forum. I'm Dave Graveline, bringing you further Into Tomorrow from San Francisco on the Advanced Media Network.